Hello and welcome to Conferences Fall of 2012. This short presentation is going to give you some insight into the technology that students here at RMS are using on a regular basis. So thank you for taking the opportunity to view this presentation. First of all, I'd like to thank you for taking part in your child's education. It's a great benefit to have you guys as parents helping us out in the classroom and showing your child that you're interested in what they're learning. What we're going to talk about today is a few different things that students have access to now. First one is Parent Portal, and students have their own account and can log in and look at their own Parent Portal stuff. Second one is Google Docs, also known as Google Drive now, that the students have through the district. Third one is Gmail, which is the students' email through the school district, Google Sites, and Google Calendar. First of all is how to log in as a student. Students can log in from anywhere. They don't have to be at school to log in. So they can log in from a home computer, they can log in from a library, they can even log in on their smartphone now. Their login is the first 5 letters of the student's last name, the first 5 letters of their first name, their middle initial, 00 at isd728.org. My example is, my last name is Han, so H-A-H-N, Timothy, T-I-M-O-T-H, M00 at isd728.org. And then my password to get into any of these accounts is my lunch number. First one here that we're going to touch base on is Gmail. Students have access to Gmail, which is Google's email system. You can type in gmail.com to get to this system, and at this point they have access to all their teachers. Their teachers are going to be in their address book. They can just start typing their teacher's name and it should pop up their address. There is no more searching our websites, trying to figure out where our addresses are. It's automatically in the system for the students. Also, Gmail is becoming more useful as teachers. Teachers are going to start sending out assignments and sending emails themselves to students in class. Next one we're going to give a brief touch on is Google Drive. Google Drive is a wonderful program for students to begin using here. What it is the Microsoft Office style products. So they have Google Docs, which is just like Microsoft Word. They have Google Spreadsheet, which is just like Excel. They have Google Presentation, which is just like PowerPoint. And there's many other apps that they can add at this point. We're only going to cover a few of them here though. The nicest thing about this is they are saving to what we now call the cloud. The cloud is basically Google's server. So if they're logged on at school and working on a presentation or working on a document or a paper, they can just log out, go home. If they need to continue working on it, they just log into their account at home and they have it. The other nice thing is it is easy for parents to check as well. Parents can always log into any or into their Docs account and they can check it out to see how they're coming on their paper, see if they want help editing, see if they want help with anything like that. Again, wonderful products for students to use and get used to using. Next one is quickly Google Sites. A few teachers are having students make websites in their classes, and Google Sites is a free way to create websites, so it's nice to have. Next one is Google Calendar. This one comes into a very nice situation where students can set up an electronic calendar. As we move forward with our technology at our school, we are able to create an electronic calendar and the students will be able to have that linked to their smartphone. So they could put like a due date of a presentation in a calendar and it's going to send them an email and remind them when they have to get that stuff done. The also nice thing about the calendar is it can be shared with you as a parent. So you can see when the student has stuff in. It's not, oh, did you bring your planner home so I can see what's going on with your homework. If they set up this electronic calendar, they can start sharing that with you and you can see their planner live just like they can. Next thing that the students have access to is their parent portal account. Here's an example of a parent portal account that we've used here. On the left-hand side is the navigation. Just a few quick things about this. If you click on calendar, you can see all this different information here on their days. If you click on a little assignment plus right next to it, or a little A plus, that means they have an assignment that day. If they have a little bell next to it, that means they have an attendance event. So something happened in attendance that day, and you can click on the bell. When you click on it or hover over that little A, you can see all the assignments due that day in all the different classes. If you click on that A, it brings up a more neat looking set here. So we can see on October 15th, this student had a band lesson that was worth 15 points and also had different safety tests in industrial technology. Schedule. If you click on schedule on the left-hand side, you can see all the classes for the entire year. Just a quick thing about this, anytime you click on a gradebook, you can see the grades for that class. Anytime you click on a little mail envelope, you can email that teacher directly. So again, there they are larger. Clicking on the gradebook, you can see here's the grade information. One thing about the grade information, there's always a posted grade and an in-progress grade. The posted grade comes from when a teacher has to post grades, such as a progress report. So on this specific day, we have to post grades, which is their progress grade, and that will remain in there. Or a quarter grade, that will remain in there. The in-progress grade is the grade they're currently getting. So if they have a progress grade and it says 80% B, and they have an in-progress grade and it says 95% A, that means at the progress grade time, which was probably a week ago, they were getting a B in the class, and now they're getting an A in the class. On the flip side of that, if that has gone down, if they were at a 95A for their progress grade, and now they're at a 80B for their in-progress grade, that means they're going down. Another quick thing to show you here is the multiplier. Multipliers are usually set at 1. If they're not set at 1, that means you take the points possible, times it by the multiplier to get the score. Or it's just another way of weighting for the teachers. So if there's a 5-point assignment and they want to make it worth 10 points, but they don't want to put 10 points, then they'd put 2 in the multiplier and make it be worth 10 points. Assessment tabs. These are all our state standardized testing, and what we're looking at for our state standardized testing and all the testing that the students do here. What we're looking at here in general is the scores. There should be a D for does not meet, a P for partially meets, an M for meets, and an E for exceeds. That means a standard that certain numbers or scores on these tests that will tell the student where they're at. The other thing you should be looking at here is this is all the tests that they've taken the entire time. The first number on here, like this is 562, so this is 5th grade, and then they scored a 62 on the test. Learning locator numbers, you can talk to your teacher a little bit more about those learning locator numbers if it's a math or a language arts. Oh, excuse me, too. 562 does not mean a 62% on the test. 562 is just the score, but that meets the standard. You'd have to look at the state website and you could figure out where those numbers break for meets, exceeds, partially meets, or did not meet. Next thing is, what can students do at home to help them here at school? First thing that a student can do is bookmark each teacher's web page. It's very helpful to have this so that when you're at home and you forgot an assignment or you need to get something done, you can quickly get to the teacher's web page. Another thing they can use is begin using Google products for their assignments. Again, it's just nice to have so you can have it at home, at school, anywhere you need to have it. They can check parent portal regularly, check in on making sure that all teachers and all assignments are where they expect them to be. They can sign up for the parent portal app on their cell phone, so it gives them an indication of when they get a new assignment or something put into parent portal, they have it there. They can set up their Google Calendar for planning large items such as projects to begin with. And then they could also set up a mass contact list of teachers with Gmail. So inside their Gmail, they can form a little group, and then they can put all of their teachers into that group so they can, with one click, they can email all their teachers at one time. Other software that we're using in the school here, one is Study Island. That's just some practice software for sciences a lot, and there's some English and some math in there. iExcel, which is a big part of math assignments as well. Another thing in industrial technology, we're using Trimble SketchUp, which is a 3D modeling tool. It's a very cool tool. Kids love to use it. I've had some students that have said, I quit playing video games just so I could play with SketchUp. So it's pretty nice. We've learned Adobe Photoshop Elements, which is video or photo editing. Some teachers use Weebly to create websites as well. iMovie is being used to create videos, and there are tons of other softwares that students are learning here now that we're in the technology age. So it's great to be in on those. It's great to have some of those at home so that you can ask the students. It gives you some ideas about what you can talk to your students about. Again, I'd like to say thank you for taking part in your students' education here. Hopefully this gives you some great talking points with your student, and you can begin a nice conversation about technology. Thank you, and if you have any further questions, you can always contact me. I'm Tim Hahn at Rogers Middle School. Thank you.